Let's start this thing up. Um, I'm debating if I want to continue playing my rogue. Um, I'm liking it. I'm not gonna say I'm liking it, but it's to that point that that I see where the build is going to, right? And it's like I'm at that threshold, like with my with my death caller. It was almost around, I think it was level 8. It was level 18 when I had my build that I was using so far. And I was just like, this is good. This isn't as good as it's gonna get, but this is good, and it will tie me over until I can uh get the kinks out. And I'm at that point. Cause it's like I've been going fighting all the mobs that are like my level. See, I don't think my new thing I have set up. I got my tarp up that I was using at my old place to keep the light out. Uh, I have it set up. Well, I have like a portion of it set up, and I don't think it is going to stand. But you know what? What's my other take? Give me a sec, chat. Ghetto rig it, okay? Chat. If you see my midriff, don't tell my girlfriend, cause she'll fight you. Alright, hopefully that sticks. I don't know if that one will, but hopefully all the other ones will. Um, but so I was looking at a lot of videos on TikTok talking about the lore, right? And I like how they were building up the lore for like 15 years, like explaining the Illuvians and whatnot. And I was just like, it's been longer. It's been longer than 15 years. The Illuvians were a thing in Origins, and they talked about the Elven gods, and specifically if you play as Dalish, you find out about the Elven gods much earlier. But fun is 20% of your ultimate. Yeah, let me get that. Bonus healing. Let's go ahead and get low HP boost. But it's like a lot of the videos were talking about how expansive Veilguard is in the world building, and and the thing about that is I don't agree with the quote unquote world building that it's doing, because like you find out about the background lore and how like allegedly like it does the thing, uh I'm trying to find a good example. Like in Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a great example because I talked about this my first playthrough on my Warrior, where in Mass Effect 3, it tells you about the Protheans, right? And it tells you about uh it tells you about the cycles and what the Reapers do every cycle, right? And they explain it to you. And then and before Mass Effect 3, you understood about the cycles and what the Reapers did. Every time there was an advanced civilization and it got to that peak, the Reapers will come in and kill and pretty much wipe out all life except for a civilization that was not ready, right? That did not show its potential yet. So we understood that, right? And then we get to Mass Effect 3, and Mass Effect 3 tells you that what happens the cycle before this one with the Peripherans. And then if you have Jarvik in your party and you take him through all these worlds, he gives you the background information like Solus did if you had him in your party and you went anywhere Elven. So but I digress. So it gets to the point in the story where you find out um about the Asari's god, aka the Elven god, right? The whole similarity where they're like your whole civilization is based off what one Peruvian did to give you the knowledge to survive and gave you the knowledge that you would need to fight the Reapers. But what your ancestors did was hoard all that information and use it to benefit your whole civilization. And though though in Dragon Age is a little different, it's the same concept with and then it's like how deep the lore goes. I'm gonna tell you, the lore is there, right? You can look into it and find out how expansive it is. Um, but I'm gonna say that's a red herring, right? That's just there to throw you off. It is they keep introducing all this new crap. I don't want to call it crap, but like the new bad guy that I was talking about last time that they haven't met yet. I haven't got to that point yet, but I had it. It's pretty telling in the story, right? But but it's like in Mass Effect after you beat the Geth, like in Mass Effect 1. Once you beat the Geth and you pretty much stop them from uh I'm not gonna say enslaving civilizations, but you stop their advancement that would help the Reapers. Uh, the Geth are like, yeah, the Reapers are our god, and we were just obeying them to do all their bidding. And Shepard, you know, broke us free from that. But you know, after you do that, you go back and you tell everybody, hey, the Reapers are real. They're doing this. They're doing that. So on and so forth. And but in Veilguard, Veilguard shares so many similarities to Mass Effect. It is unheard of. I'm not gonna say it's unheard of, but is I literally can't play this game and not make a single comparison not to Mass Effect, not one. And it like I can't like all these people and other creators talking about how how this lord like expands so well on Inquisition and it does like the whole building up with Solus is like uh, mm. And this is why I say the whole thing with Solus is terrible. my controller died, or turned off. But if if the main character was the hero for Elden, he would have killed Solus. This whole event would never happen. If the main character was Hawk, Hawk would have whooped Solus's ass to the point that this possibly wouldn't never happen. Hero for Elden, definitely Hawk. Hawk is a runner up. He would have gave Solus a foot in his ass. The Inquisition, the Inquisitor is Solus's best friend, and if you have a female Inquisitor, which is like kind of canon for the story, like the hero for Elden is supposed to be female, and the hero for Elden is an elf, female elf, and then the Inquisitor canon is like a female elf. So if you did the whole love thing with Solus, and then he betrays you, does all this thing, like this is what I want to tell you, which story, which, spoiler alert. I'm gonna give y'all a second to run. Time's up. So this game, literally Stockholm Syndrome 101. Solus betrays you if you're the Inquisitor, and if you're the female Inquisitor and you're an elf, you can have romance with him. He betrays you, stabs you in the back, cuts off your hand, literally. Stunts and then goes off on this journey to get back his godly powers, right? And if you chose to forgive him in this game, the Inquisitor is still in love with Solus and forgives him for everything he has done. Not only have you, and you as a new main character, not only do you witness everything Solus has done, all the political backstabbing, the betraying, the I'm the lesser of two evils. Now here's the thing about the lesser of two evils. Coinciding in with the lesser evil of two evils, you still abhorring one evil, or you are still coveting one evil over another, which by default you are still blanketing that evil. And he's like, oh, it's not that bad. But if you're like, hey, from murdering somebody to just robbing somebody, right? And he's like, oh man, he's a pickpocket's not so bad. But in a grand scheme of things, just looking at it as just like one evil to another, it's like, yeah, that pickpocket might not be that bad, but guess what? That pickpocket is going to lead to do a whole bunch of other things. But that's just the rabbit hole trend. And it's just like, so if you coincide with one evil over another, then you are still you're still coveting it.